Hi everyone, it's Maria here with Nikki Voutsilakos from, did I say that right?
Yes, Voutsilakos.
Voutsilakos.
Awesome.
I'm Greek. I should know that. I should know how to pronounce her last name. I'm here with Nikki from RBC. That's easier to say.
Yeah.
Here at the Faith Wilson Group office with Nikki V. I call you Nikki V.
Nikki V works too.
Nikki V from RBC, and she is a mortgage specialist. Today we're going to talk about the impact of the coronavirus and what the impact of this global disease has been on the world globally, and particularly in real estate, and how it pertains to the mortgage business and what effect that's having on the everyday person. So yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, the U.S. government called an emergency meeting to navigate the impact that this virus has had, and what they did was they lowered the rate, right? So usually when the U.S. does something, Canada sort of takes notice and says, So what did Canada do this morning? The Bank of Canada primarily responded as well to this crisis. And so Nikki and I are here to talk a little bit about what that announcement means to you as a buyer, as someone looking to invest in real estate, and looking to get a mortgage as well. So Bank of Canada did what today, Nikki?
So this morning, as scheduled, in one of the Bank of Canada's meetings, Bank of Canada dropped their Bank of Canada rate by 0.5%.
Half a percent,
followed what the Feds did. Some people were surprised with that, kind of expected 0.25%, but they went through and reduced it by 0.5%.
Okay.
Basically indicating, reacting to what's happening in the markets, reacting to the effect of this global impact that...
This global crisis, right?
This global crisis.
So what does that mean, though? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
You know I'm Greek and I interrupt all the time,
That's
but
okay.
I know you don't get offended, right? Because she's Greek too, right? So here we go. What does it mean, though? The rate has dropped by, you said.
So the Canada rate dropped by 0.5%. So what that means, though, is we don't know at this point in time, as of this presentation here, what they're going to do, how that's going to be passed on to the consumer. So basically the rate that we're looking at is the prime rate. So if the 0.5% decrease goes through with the prime rate, whether the financial institutions, the banks pass it on to the consumers, that is yet to be seen. We will find out shortly, or whether it's going to be a smaller reduction. So whether it will be 30 basis points, or whether it will be less than that.
It will affect the consumer at some level, right?
So it will, provided that we get a pass down of that reduction. So anybody that's in a variable rate will feel that. Anybody who's feeling the thinking about going into a variable rate, also taking a look at what will happen over the next year. Will there be an additional reduction, and how that will affect the prime rate? So variable rate mortgages, that's the ones that are going to be impacted with today's announcements.
Okay, Nikki. So what else can we talk about? What is usually the biggest challenge when people come to you and apply for a mortgage? Like, what do you see as being a challenge that you see time and time again with your clients?
So primarily right now it's the qualification. And so we qualifying. And we have good news with that as well, because effective April 6th, any high ratio mortgage at this point in time, they're looking at reducing the qualifying rate.
So yes, that's good news.
That's good news. That will be going from 5.19 to about 4.89. So effective April 6th, anybody coming in to qualify
2020
will be at the 4.89. We will also find out if that's going to be for conventional mortgages as well. The feeling is that it will be. So when you now look at that qualifying, that drop, it probably increases your borrowing power a little
By
bit.
how much? Let's give an example.
Maybe 2 to 3%.
So someone that was able to afford something at $500,000 will now be able to afford 2 or 3% more, maybe?
So you're looking at about $515.
That helps. That's a significant difference, Sometimes it pushes you to the next category for those first-time home buyers particularly.
For sure. I think the impact will be those first-time home buyers, and the first-time home buyers, just when they're at the thresholds, right? So that gives them a little bit more breathing room, a little bit more space to kind of negotiate a little bit of a purchase price.
Sounds good. Nikki, what else do we want to talk about? I call Nikki the temptress because she visits our office every Wednesday, and she always brings with her treats to tempt us, and everyone knows I'm trying to stay away from sugar, but you keep tempting me, my
everybody
dear.
needs a little bit of
sugar
to keep us going in this crazy world.
So, Nikki, you've got some great rates. We've worked together quite a bit. We've helped a few couples, I think mostly couples this year, get into their first home. What has been your experience working with the Real Estate Sisters team and Faith Wilson Group?
I think it's amazing. I've had great experience. Maria and Joanna are both great. They're effective, efficient. You can rely and trust,
and vice versa,
and be able to kind of provide our clients with the best advice when it's crazy times in the real estate world.
Absolutely. What's your biggest piece of advice that you would give your clients in this day and age?
Yeah, there's so much information. It's information overload out there. Everywhere you turn, you have a friend, you have a family member, you have internet, social media. There's so much information coming at you in so many different ways. Then there's the rate and what's the best rate, what's going to happen. I think really you want to kind of bring it just back down to the basics. Sit down with me, sit down, have a conversation. Let's provide you with a proper advice. Let's provide you with information.
All the necessary information for you to make an informed decision.
For you, right? Because everybody's situation is different. So being able to get the right advice, being able to be focused and really feel what the best case scenario would be for you.
Absolutely, Nikki. Well, there you go, everyone. For more information on what the market is doing, are prices going up, are they going down, what are mortgage rates doing, you can contact therealestatesisters.com here at Faith Wilson Group, and head over to www.findmeagreathome.ca to view all of the listings that are currently out there. And again, if you're looking for more advice, expert advice on what the mortgage rates are doing in light of what's happening globally, we'd love to introduce you to Nikki Voutsilakos.
Awesome.
I said it. I did
Nikki
it. Nikki V over here with RBC Royal Bank of Canada. That's it for now, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.